Filling the Snowpulse cylinder. There's several ways to fill the Snowpulse cylinder as a dealer. One of the ways is to have extra cylinders. So if a customer comes in and needs a full cylinder, you have one and can just swap it out, then you would get those extra cylinders filled. The way you can do that is take it to a dive shop, a paintball shop that uses dry compressed air, or you can have a filling set up yourself. You can use scuba tanks, or you can use what we use, which is a 4,500 psi carbon fiber wrapped cylinder. You can purchase this setup from us. It comes with a valve that automatically stops at 3,000 psi. The benefit of having something of a higher pressure is that you're going to get more fills out of that main cylinder. To fill this cylinder, I'm going to show you how to cascade. That's something you would do if you had a scuba tank, which prolongs the amount of air that you have in each tank. So this little Snowpulse cylinder is ready to be filled. You can see that the needle is at 0. So the gauge is an indication of how full the Snowpulse cylinder is. At room temperature, the gauge should read in the green at 3,000, not into the red, and not below at room temperature. However, when a user goes out into the snow or into the cold, the gauge is going to drop down into the blue or into the snowflake. That's perfectly normal. So at room temperature it should be in the green, and in the cold air it's normal for it to go down to blue. This tank is at 2,000 psi and this one is at 3,000 psi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and fill this little tank with 2,000 and then come over here and top it up to 3,000 with this tank. So first things first, safety glasses. So what we like to do is open the bleed valve here just so you don't blast the cylinder in right away. So click it in. And the bleed valve is open and I begin open the air. You can hear it coming. So I am closing the bleed valve. Now I can see here the pressure is rising. Cylinder's heating up little by little. Now we're going to do a top up over here. So you pull back the quick link, plug it in, and then it snaps right on. This is open, the bleed valve, and I'm going to begin turning this on. As soon as it's on, close the bleed valve and begin filling the Snowpulse cylinder. And close the air, bleed it off, unhook the cylinder. So at this stage, the cylinder is quite warm. It's not a bad idea if you're cascading to cool off the cylinder in between. If you're only using one tank, then you can cool off the cylinder after you've filled it and then top it up again. So that's how you fill the Snowpulse cylinder.